Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the full review for this Samsung Galaxy M52 5G smartphone. And guys, I've been using this one with my primary son for now over 3 weeks, and I'm just doing this review now because I've noticed that the price has fallen down, because at its original price point that was at 30,000, this phone didn't make any sense. Initially when it was launched, it had good offers, but again it went back to almost 30,000. But now with the Amazon coupon, you can get it for 25,000, and I feel for certain segment of the users this makes sense. So let's divide it. Again, I've already posted the unboxing video, watch that for a general overview and all these things. We'll directly jump to the smartphones, what I liked, what are the things that I did not like, and all these things in this one. And first thing is, again guys, it's a, what do you say, let's start with the pros obviously. And first thing is the screen. This is having a big screen, 6.7 inch screen, and I have to say it's a good quality screen that you're getting. And the good thing is that this is actually a 120 hertz refresh rate, and I've been using it only at that 120 hertz, and it works very well. So everything is very smooth on this smartphone. And the thing is that it's smooth because of the processor also, I think so. That's the big thing. In fact, I would say in the mid-range smartphone category in 2021, the Snapdragon 778 SoC was the best chipset that was released by, what do you say, Qualcomm, because it's not only very efficient, it's powerful enough, and also consumes a lot less battery life. That's why the combination is very good. And many of the phones with the Snapdragon 778 which I tested perform very well because of the chipset. That's the same case even with this one. And again, the screen quality is good, don't have to worry about it. Even I used it outdoors. I mounted it on my bike and used it for GPS and stuff like that. In fact, today also I used it on my bike with GPS, and the brightness is good enough that it gets the job done. So a good quality AMOLED screen, you won't have a problem with that. Next thing, as I've already told you, the biggest trump card, I would say, and you're paying that slight premium, I would say, because of the Snapdragon 778 chipset, and it's a very good chipset. Again, I have to talk about the battery life also to give you an idea. And this chipset is so good that though this chipset is pretty powerful, it simply does not heat up the phone, and then also gets very good power life. That's an ideal combination, I would say, that you should have, and that's what we get. In fact, I'm not that happy even with the Snapdragon 888 because it heats up quite a bit and the battery life is not good. That way, this is overall, I would say, very good chipset. And if I go to the battery stats and go to the battery, again guys, this is stats just for today from morning. Even I used the GPS for about 40 minutes on this one on the bike ride, and as you can see, morning I took it out, now it's at 79%. that means about 21% of battery life was used, and this is 2 hours of 20 minutes of screen on time. And out of that, guys, 38 minutes was directly using GPS, using at full brightness. So in fact, in battery life, I would say I was very impressed with this smartphone. Typically it was giving me almost 2 days worth of battery life, and in terms of SOT, anywhere about 7 to 9 hours of SOT you can get. So excellent battery life that we are getting on this one. This one actually has a 5000 milliamp hour battery. In fact, here are all the specs for your reference if you guys really want to know about that one. Anyways, moving to the next thing is also the phone is very light to hold, though it's having that 5000 milliamp hour battery. It's just 7 what is that, let me just, it weighs very light, 178 grams or something like that. So it simply does not feel that heavy. And guys, that's all because the back entire thing is made up of plastic. That will be in the cons, but yeah, the phone is very light to hold. And again, I'm just using the fingerprint scanner also. The fingerprint scanner works very well on this phone. You don't have to worry about it. And guys, regarding the battery, I did not enable this always on option is also there in the settings. If you enable it, maybe it will be 1.5 days worth of battery life, but overall very light. And again, yeah, I have to talk about 5G because this is a 5G smartphone. This one, if I recall, supports 11 bands of 5G. So again, I think the 5G will be coming in some of the metros this year. Finally, there was a statement earlier. So yes, 11 bands of 5G, so it should work. Okay, next thing is, again, because of the Snapdragon 778, it's also very good for gaming. So if you're a gamer also, you would be happy with it. And again, as it's very power efficient, you get pretty good battery life and pretty low heating on this phone. That is the biggest thing that I like, because these days you see phones with very good processors, but they heat up so much and the battery life is bad. This is a rare combination, I would say. And overall, I would say this One UI is also good on this one. This still didn't get the Android 12 yet, so I'm waiting waiting for it. So hopefully we'll get it, but this is the regular One UI and it handles it fine. There is a bunch of bloatware, I'll talk about it. That's the reason I didn't uninstall the bloatware. But general operations work good, Bluetooth connectivity was good, Wi-Fi reception was good. Coming to the call quality, which is very, very important. As I've told you, from past 3 weeks, my main SIM is in this one, and I did not have any issues of call quality. In fact, no issues or even that proximity sensor or something. The only nitpicking if I have to do over here is, as this does not have a stereo speaker, just a single speaker over here, I felt that what do you say, sometimes I take the calls on speakerphone. If it's in an empty area like this, it's fine, but in a noisy environment, I felt that the volume was slightly low. But apart from that, call quality, not an issue. Earpiece is good, no proximity sensor issue. Also, coming to next thing is, how's the memory management? I'm using the base variant, 6 gigabytes of RAM, and I have to say the RAM management has been done well on this phone. The apps that need to stay in memory reside in memory. For example, Truecaller works perfectly. This MyGate app that I have to use for security, that also works. So in terms of memory management, day-to-day operations, no issues with the smartphone. That way, Samsung has done a decent job, I would say, apart from the bloatware. But the bloatware does not really hamper the RAM management, I would say. So that way, I'm okay. Okay, next thing is regarding fingerprint scanner. I've already told you guys it's fine, no issues. It's very easy, but if you're a lefty, this can be a little bit tricky, but that's what it is. Now coming to the camera, guys, we have a triple camera setup. Thankfully, all the 3 cameras are decent, not total gimmicks. Main is actually a 64 megapixel, then we have 12 megapixel ultra wide, then we have a 5 megapixel macro, and the front facing is actually 32. And here are some of the camera samples that have camera shots that I've taken casually around with this smartphone. And I would say the camera performance is decent. I would say it's neither extraordinary nor bad, and gets the job done. The only thing is that this model does not have OIS. Moving to the front facing camera, it's a 32 megapixel and it's okay. I was expecting a lot more, I would say, with the 32 megapixel front facing camera, but it's just okay. Again, I would say it's not bad or not great, it's just okay. The guys got this place, and kids etc are enjoying it, so let's head out. They told me to come, they're playing badminton or whatever, so let's see. And by the way, I have this DJ Action too, so it's secretly recording everything. Let's see what they are doing. Let's capture it like that. So that's regarding the camera performance on this. Now let's move to the cons and some of the peculiar things that I've noticed on this smartphone. And in the box, guys, this is the box. Though this smartphone supports fast charging up to 25 watts, but in the box only a 15-watt charger is given. So I feel that's a real bummer. Either don't give a charger or give a decent whatever rated power is there for the charger. They should have given a 25-watt charger, because the MRP of this one is 30,000. Discount whatever prices, but let's talk about the MRP. So that is something that I do not like. Next thing is in this model, and this is a brother, I would say, to the Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G. That has OIS. This one does not have OIS. As I've told you, the camera is good. It could have been great even in low lighting had it just got the OIS, but here Samsung did that cost cutting and no OIS on this one. And again, guys, the back is plastic on this one, that polycarbonate plastic. This we are getting on almost every Samsung smartphone right now. So that's the same case with this one. And I would say I've been using this without the case for the past 3 weeks, using it roughly. Good thing is, for some reason, I haven't got any scratches on this one. I noticed no scratches, but this is a fingerprint magnet. Just notice. It just attracts fingerprints like so I would say if you're buying this, you have those skins or whatever, de-wrap or whatever, stick it, that would be better, I would say. The case, or use it with the case. So that's regarding the back thing. And again, one more thing that I do not like is, again, the Samsung is charging that premium almost 30,000 or something like that, and still there is a bunch of bloatware. For example, this Mojap, this Candy Crush, this